Did that in Asia, something everyone should be cheering. And that's the angle. Joining us now with reaction from San Francisco is Arash Ari Aramesh. He's a national security analyst, and I'm delighted he's with us. All right, Arash, where did I go wrong there? Take me down a peg or two.
Well, Laura, I think the one thing you didn't show was the scene where Trump almost got on his knees, pulled out a ring, and proposed to the Chinese premier. I mean, this guy now for about 2 years has been bashing China. How many times has he said that the Chinese have been raping America? China has raped America. And then today, just like a schoolyard bully who's good at talking smack from a distance, he went to China, he backed down, he buckled down. That was an embarrassment. I was laughing when I saw that, but I was sad on the inside. He's an American president, and that's what he did. That was an act of cowardice, and it's embarrassing. Now he's going to go to another Asian country. I think he's going to Vietnam next, and we're going to see this happen over and over again.
So,
talk
Arash,
smack, but once you get there,
okay,
back
got it.
down.
We got the lingo. So, Arash, a question to you. Do you believe that in practice it will turn out that Barack Obama was tougher on China trade than Donald Trump will be? Just speculate for a moment.
I'm not going to speculate. I'm going to talk about facts. Here are the facts. At least Barack Obama did not ship his factories to China. At least Barack Obama didn't make ties and hats and shirts and heels and so on and so
Arash,
forth in China. He put his mouth where his money is.
But Arash, we're talking facts.
You don't
I don't
like
want to interrupt you, but I want you to stay. I want you to stay on point. Did any of those bullet points that I put in the opening and the angle, the trade deficit went up every year. Of course, China aggressively moved, and this is from Foreign Policy Magazine to Commentary Magazine. This is not Foreign Affairs to Commentary. This is not like a right-wing view. This is a fact. China expanded its economic footprint. It developed its military, its strategic positioning in space weaponry. They stole our intellectual property. They stole 50 million of our personnel files, including mine, yours truly's, from the Office of Personnel Management. They moved on every front during the 8 years of Obama. Now, you can complain. They think Trump was too nice to the Chinese. Last time I checked, y'all were saying Trump was too brash and too in the face of people. But now he's too nice to the Chinese. I don't think you can settle on a narrative, because the narrative of the 8 years of Obama was China in the ascendancy and American economy flat as a pancake. Go ahead.
So let's come back to reality and go down to earth. Here's what happened. Ever since Nixon made that infamous, or famous actually, visit to China, Chinese economy opened up in the 80s, then in the 90s, and China has been on the rise. It's not an Obama thing. It's not a Bush thing. It's not a Reagan thing. It's a fact of life. Having said that, President Trump needs to figure out what he's about to do with Asia, with the Mideast, with these big policy and foreign policy and national security questions. He can't go on Twitter and say one thing and bully people and irritate people, and then when he actually meets these world leaders, cow down and back down and buckle down.
He got $250 billion worth of trade deals secured for major American companies who are going to have significant partnerships in China. That's real American jobs created. That's an increase in U.S. exports.
I believe it when I see it.
Okay, so
I believe it when I see it.
So all of the CEOs who are involved in these deals, are they all lying? Are they all part of the Trump conspiracy?
Hundreds of CEOs. You know what? Let's not paint a picture for your viewers who may not actually follow this on a daily basis. Every time a U.S. president goes on one of these trips, hundreds of CEOs go with him. When Obama went to India or China or Japan or any country for that matter, hundreds and hundreds of American business leaders went there. That's why we got a trade commission and a trade representative. So let's not talk about, Trump is going there and he's bringing all these CEOs as if this is the first time anyone has ever done that. That's not the thing.
So is there anything that you think happened over the last 36 hours in China that was good for America? Anything positive at all? Or the only person who had a handle on China and North Korea, because that worked out so darn well over the last 8 years before Trump, nothing over the last 36 hours was good for you? Nothing.
If Trump's, I'll tell you what's good for me. Trump's behavior, alienating his own Republicans. So when we get an impeachment vote, people like Corker and people like Kyle are going to buckle down and going to vote for impeachment because they're going to see the man is unstable. And guess what? Countries that were jealous
hilarious.
of us, countries that, well, I know you find
Obama
it funny, but I listened to I listened.
when he was in the middle.
I listened to your comic relief for 2 minutes. But, you know, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Countries that were jealous of us and envied us and feared us now feel sorry for us, and that's the Trump legacy in less than a year.
They prefer Arash.
You know what?
In your twisted
you have
world,
one
they
picture. You have one.
to apologize
you have
for
one
America.
picture, Laura. You know what? This is a president that told Bill O'Reilly that Americans have killed as many people as the Russians have.
Your president,
Trump said America has blood on its hands. Trump, your president, your boy said America has blood on his hands. That's not true. That's not true. But your boy said America has blood on its hands.
These are San Francisco values. When the president
and we're proud of it. And we're proud of it. It's a great. Everything from the internet. You should love it because from Uber, from every company. No, you should chill out because you make claims. No. Don't invite a guy and don't cut me off if you think I'm going to wipe the floor. So don't invite me if you're going to cut me off.
Oh, this is the typical tactic of the left.
This is beautiful. I'm enjoying this.
They make points. They don't want points to be countered because they don't like actual speech.
You
don't like actual
interrupting me.
speech. Okay,
Arash,
go for it.
Arash. I'm all ears. I'm all yours.
Okay, number one, I think we can look just objectively over the 8 years under Obama with our relationship with North Korea and China. China did get a lot stronger. China cheated on a lot of trade deals. And President Obama did one thing that I think was actually really good with China. He slapped temporary tariffs on cold-rolled steel, which I gave him a lot of credit for. That was really smart. Trump's going to take that to another degree. And I think that's a smart continuation of smart nationalistic policy. And Obama actually saw that during his time in office. That was a good thing. But, you know, that's like, I can actually say something that he did good vis-a-vis China. But you cannot say anything positive about President Trump, which shows that you are not an unbiased observer on this. You're committed to Trump's impeachment. Probably since the first minute you were crying over the election results on election night. Now you can have the last word.
Oh, my God. Laura, I've listened to you on the radio, and it's your evolution from a so-called free market capitalist to a nationalist protectionist is baffling. I love the fact, and it's funny that conservatives like you who keep talking about, who at least used to talk about the open market and anti-socialism,
no, I never did.
Anti-communism.
I don't know what you're listening to. I never talked about the open market.
I listened to you for 5 years. You didn't. So you're a nationalist. You're a nationalist protectionist.
No, I work for President Reagan. Arash, I work for President Reagan. I don't know what you were doing in 1987, but I work for him. President Reagan slapped tariffs on Harley Davidson, on the Japanese motorcycles that were flooding our market and saved Harley Davidson. And for that, he was derided by the Cato Institute as a protectionist. President Reagan understood that tariffs were well deployed when appropriate.
Are you a marketeer? Let your viewers know. Are you a free and open marketeer, or are you a socialist? This is fascinating for a San Francisco liberal to try to define conservatism, but I won't try to define your twisted version of liberalism. That's the thing.
But I actually understand that nationalism, when an economic level actually works. And we appreciate it. And still ahead, the first dreamer deported under President Trump gets busted again for trying to illegally enter the U.S. Maybe he's going to San Francisco. And it's proving a big lesson for immigration. We're going to take a break and debate that up next.